Hello everyone. In this video, I will be answering the most asked question, that is, how can we incorporate advanced words into our speaking? Most of us are having rich vocabulary, okay? We know the meaning of many words, okay? But when it comes to incorporating them while having conversation, we all struggle to do so. So, why it happened, first of all, we need to understand why we fail to recall the words at the right time, especially the advanced words, and why we end up repeating the same old vocabulary. The reason is, first of all, we are not allowing ourselves to have conversation on distinctive topics. If you analyze or if you ask people what kind of conversation they like to have, most of them will be answering, I would like to have casual conversation. Why casual conversation? Because casual conversation don't require you to feel pressure of speech in your mind. It doesn't require efforts. Okay, you can talk about your hobbies, whatever comes under the category of casual talk. You'll not feel any pressure of speech in your mind. Okay, but the moment somebody asks to share your opinion on a topic, we feel the pressure of speech. We need to think, we need to structure our thoughts before we actually start speaking, right? You all will agree with me, this happens, right? And some of us get blank also the moment somebody suddenly asks us to articulate on any topic. So and when we repeatedly do casual conversation, we end up repeating the same sentences, same words. Okay, so if you're repeating the same words, how will you incorporate the advanced words? And gradually the words will start slipping from your memory. You'll not be able to retain them for so long. So to retain them in your memory, you need to allow yourself to feel the feeling of discomfort by having discussion on distinctive topics every day, at least for 15 minutes. Please try to have discussion on distinctive topic. And what will happen if you start doing that? You will start noticing that how many times you are using these very words, and what are those common very words that have been part of your conversation since very long, and you're just mindlessly repeating them. But the day you become mindful, the day you start identifying, then it will become easy for you to replace them. Okay, the same thing happened with me. When I used to introduce myself, I have always mentioned I'm a very curious person, and I've been mentioning it repeatedly that I'm a very curious person. So the day I learned this method, replacing the old vocabulary method, well, on my channel I'm doing the same thing. Like, I'm doing 100 days vocabulary challenge, where I am going to replace 100 intermediate or basic level words within advanced level words. If you haven't checked it out, please make sure you do follow the short videos. That will definitely help you to expand your vocabulary bank. Now, coming back on the topic. So the word that I replaced very curious with inquisitive. And now it becomes easy for me to incorporate that word into my speaking, because every day I introduce myself. It is part of my job where I have to provide my introduction to the other people. So now I always say that I'm an inquisitive person. Okay, so this is exactly what you need to do when you start having discussion on distinctive topics every day. Gradually you'll be finding these very words, and then just one by one start replacing them with an advanced word, and then you will notice, oh, it was actually effortless to do that. It is not as such a hard nut to crack to incorporate advanced words into your speaking. It's just you need to know the right way. I hope the method that I have suggested you in this video will help you, and please do let me know in the future if this method is working for you. Thank you so much.